Hello everyone, I am RexRed. I am back with another EZ3DTV tutorial. I am not doing my video camera today because I just had surgery on my face, my eye, and I look like I've been in a car accident or something. So I will do that. I will be back with my camera when I am more presentable for the live camera. We are going to be working today with atmospheres, and these atmospheres in particular are the atmospheres created. Art, you are here. Welcome. It's nice to have you right here at the beginning of the tutorial. Very nice. We are going to be working with Martin Frost, and this is going to be a brief, probably a half an hour. Yeah, well, I just don't want a permanent record of me marred on YouTube forever. So I need probably about a week. This got a big puffy spot. You can just imagine when your face gets so puffed up, you kind of look like some sort of Cabbage Patch doll or something. Yes, this is only going to be a short tutorial, probably about a half an hour to maybe 45 minutes, okay? So we're going to just try to jump through. Now, the way these tutorials came out, just a moment. Martin released Volume 1 of the tutorial, okay, as a separate product. And then he came in and released a bundle which contains Volume 2 and 3, okay? Now I have all 3 volumes, so we're going to look at what they do, okay? So here we are in Daz Studio. And what we're going to do is place, I have one of his environments here, but what I'm going to do is we're going to do a really quick ultra scenery 2 kind of scene, okay? So we can get some kind of land, some kind of thing that looks like a scene. So I know I probably should have done this before the tutorial, but let's humor me, okay? Terrain. So we're going to go here to ecology, and let's pick one. Let's say Australia. Let's do it as quick as we can so we can kind of just get, so we have some kind of scene that is going to, and I just thought of something because ultra scenery, I may just move. Okay, I can't actually move this. So we might have an issue where Martin's fog may be set to be lower than what ultra scenery is. This could end up as a kind of a mess. So all right, now what we're going to do, somewhere here we've got probably a road. Where is the road? I don't see a road. Okay, let's go to this. It looks like we do have a little bit of something there. Now, okay. All right, what we're going to do is take all the trees out because I would like to see this as, so, all right, so where would, okay, eucalyptus would be a tree. We want that out of the render. And dead trees, we'll take them out. And I'm not sure, wallaby grass, okay, road pebbles, rushes. Okay, I think that's enough to take out of here. Now, I don't see a road. That's the problem. And maybe I have to add that road. It would be in landmarks, ecology, layers, Good evening, Angus. Welcome, friend. Okay, features. Okay, classic content. We don't want that. We want... There would be something welcome. Very nice to have you here. And you're early as well, so we are doing well here. And materials, water. Okay, I'm not seeing layer settings, mask, affinity, features. This is classic content. I thought it was right here where it says, okay, classic content features. What if we have roads and things like here. So we'll go with a track. Okay, there we go. Now that's not what I want here. Let's go with a different track. And it crashed. So I kind of expected it to because I have been doing, I was using that same, the same project to do a bunch of different things. So, okay, so we will go to Ultra Scenery 2, add this in. Okay, quickly. Okay, we know what we're doing. We have to save a location. So we'll go browse and we'll go up and we're going to call this one environment. We'll call it environments. Go in here, select that location, and we're going to save this. Save as, scene, environments, environments, okay. All right, and we save that. My camera is blowing the heck out of this here. So that works okay. So now we go to our, we'll find a biome. Okay, ecology. We'll go Australia too. We'll try that one instead. And we're going to add this environment to our ultra scenery. And then what we're going to do is go here to our, and we're going to take and turn off the eucalyptus trees. What I can do is just remove them, minus, okay. Why keep them here? Just turned off. And dead trees, we'll remove them as well. Minus. Okay. And I think that's it for trees, but I'm not sure. Let's see now. What we're going to do is go down here now and pick some these classic content features. We'll go here and we'll go track, find a track. Okay, that's a track. Is it going to crash? Okay, I guess not. We're in luck here. Okay, now what I'm going to do also, we're going to put the road like this. Okay, I need to zoom out a little more. And we're going to also use another product that's just come out. I think it was only $1 when I bought it. That's been about like all I can afford to buy now lately, is things that are $1. Okay, so let's go back here and we'll go to default. Let's save this. And it is the water windmill pump. Okay, we'll go with this guy. And we'll take and move him in Z. X. How about this way? Okay, and we'll rotate him around. Y rotate. And we'll go Y translate. Okay. And how about if we zoom out a little bit? Come up like this. Bring that like that. Like this, like that. All right, there's our scene. Okay, so now we're going to start playing around with these environments. And so I'm going to type environment. And this is going environment. We control alternate minus, and we're going to go out of here so that all of our environments will show. Okay, and we go to default. Install date recent. We're going to go to newest. Product ID highest first. And why aren't they here? We're in smart content. Okay, we're in smart content and it should be right here. What if we click on the environment options? No, that didn't do it. Out of here. They should be right here. All products. Okay, install date. We'll go install date recent first. Something is seriously wrong. Okay, let's turn that off. It's only showing HDRIs, so it was just showing up here before, and now it's not. But oh, atmosphere. Okay, that's why. Is the key word. Okay, so these are all three of these atmosphere products. Okay, so we're going to go now to Iray. And let's see what this looks like. Let's switch to our render here, render settings, and go to progressive renders. We're going to turn that off so it will keep rendering. Okay, and let's see what this looks like first before we add an environment. Okay, this should look pretty cool with our Australian outback. Look at that. Okay, so we've got something pretty nice here. Now my camera is blowing the heck out of the scene, so I'm going to take, all right, so we'll close this, yes. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to take and put a spotlight in the scene so that we can turn off our, and that's way down here underneath the plane. We'll get that out of the way just so that, now let's see what this looks like here. And welcome people, welcome, welcome, welcome. So now that we have a scene to kind of put an atmosphere into, and now the camera, see, is not blowing out the textures in the grass and all. All right, so would you like to cancel this render? Yes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try some of these atmospheres here. Default. This is volume 1. These are kind of ready to go atmospheres, so let's try one. Now that looks pretty nice. We could take a look at this in the render very quickly. So these, the first product that came out are a bunch of kind of ready to go renders. And that is pretty nice. But what you can also do with this, cancel this render, is you can go into, now I have not been a big fan of the sun and sky mode, and the reason why is because many times I've chosen that mode and then found out that I couldn't use spotlights, and until I realized that I can use ghost lights in those situations. And so I just thought you couldn't use any lights other than the sun and sky. And so now that I've found that I can actually that I can now actually use spotlights, I'm more inclined to use this sun and sky mode. Just a moment again. Okay, I'm back again. All right, so let's just try a few of these first, okay? That one's kind of cool. So we have, and now this one is obviously has some kind of mist here. And the problem that I'm seeing with this is that this particular plane is up in the air, higher than our ground effect. So I believe what we can do, though, is go into the environment options, and we go to parameters. And if we go to the ground settings, draw ground, from below, ground fog start decay, ground fog decay height. Okay, ground. All right, position, ground position mode. It says auto, and we can go to manual, and then we can go to height, which would be Y, and we can bring the ground up. Control L. What happens when we bring this ground up? Okay, I'm not seeing it. Okay, draw ground. Okay, now this one, maybe we'll leave it with auto. Okay, because auto, what it will do is probably bring the ground up high enough where it just touches the bottom here of this. So whether if that's enough or not, we shall see. So now let's just play with this a little bit. This auto, okay, let's bring it up some. Ground position mode Y. What happens if we go into Iray? Can we see the ground actually coming up? Ground position Y. Yeah, see, I'm seeing something come up here now. Why? All right, there's our ground. Okay, so if we just put it a little bit down below here, our land, okay, that may actually facilitate what we're trying to do here. Now, if I switch to a different scene here. Okay, now this first product, this is pretty much all it comes with, is a few preset sun and sky modes. Now this is really, really nice right here. So, and now if we go back to our parameters, it says draw ground off, but we can turn it back on. It says manual again, so we can bring the ground back up again until we see it appear here. And then our ground is roughly about the height of... Now let's see what this looks like. I find that these presets that Martin has created are actually pretty nice, and they're very usable. Like, see this? This just looks like quite amazing. Actually, it's a very nice kind of foggy scene here. And so now the horizon here, I suppose you can change the horizon, cancel this, yes, by going into the settings. They're nice starting positions, horizon height. Okay, here we go. And there we go. We can just pull the horizon down some or bring it up. Okay. So this sun and sky mode isn't too shabby. You can give it a tint. Like we could maybe make it a little bit cold. All right, with a little bit of this bluishness. And we do a render here. So this is pretty nice here. And okay, so we cancel this. Let's go a little full screen and see if we can see a little bit better. All right, that's not bad at all. And okay, so we cancel this. So the fog seems to be okay. And we can also come in here to our fog height. Okay, haze. We can bring the haze up more. All right, or I guess, I'm not sure what that does, but the red-blue tint, and now we've got, and saturation, okay, is a saturation level of our scene here. Horizon blur, and that's not very noticeable because it's already kind of blurry with the fog, but now we bring here into fog, ground shadow, ground glossiness. What is the fog visibility? Okay, that's not doing very much, but there is also the ground fog. Draw ground is on. Okay, where is matte fog visibility? Oh, ground fog is off. Now we turn it on. And this is our ground fog. And we can go to decay heights, fog density N scale. We can, okay, the N scale, start scale, bring this up some, and N scale. There we go. See that? How we bring this fog up a little bit more. Now let's see what this looks like in our render. See that? Now looks pretty good right there. See what we can do with this. Now this N scale. We close this. We can make it so it doesn't go out so far. Okay, that would be this, which one is it? N scale. We can bring it in a little. Okay, that's, I'm not sure what that was, what I thought I was doing with that, but decay scale. Okay, so this comes in so it doesn't go out so far. Okay, so it stays here. Okay. I'm not really sure what a lot of these do, and so exactly, but this seems to be working pretty well. So I'm not sure when you said nice, but Art, but thank you for the nice. So okay, so we now have this this N scale, and so this is really nice. Okay, so then we can take and cancel this. All right, then we can also move our sun around now, and this is where the other products that Martin has created come in, but we can always move our sun around in the scene so that now that I think that's kind of nice to get that broad side there. Let's see what this looks like now in a render. And what have we got? Yeah, see, look, this is pretty nice where the sun is just coming in. And we can also change the light of the sun, make it a little more golden. Okay, so, and there's our environment tint, but the, let's see, the disk. Okay, so let's go back to Martin's products. So as you can see, these are starting points where you can use these to then come into your sun and sky renders. See, this is pretty nice. And you know, there's something to be said about a clear sky. And you know, to me, most of the times when I make a scene and I have a clear sky like this, I say, oh, it's so boring, you know, that it needs clouds. And, you know, not every sky needs clouds. You can get by with haze and fog and mist and all kinds of things. And the sky doesn't always have to be filled with some really kind of beautiful cloud formation. It just doesn't always have to be. And sometimes that is exactly what your art calls for. And if it calls for something like that, you're probably going to get a better sky out of the sun and sky than just putting a clear sky HDRI in your scene and being done with it, okay? So this is something to think about if you're going to go with a clear sky, and it doesn't, and you can put the sun and sky into your scene, and then you can actually play around with some of the VDB clouds that are out there, okay, if you want. And so that's another option. So now we've got another thing. This looks like, to me, like just another grouping of Martin's presets, okay? So this is volume 2. Volume 1 was a bunch of presets. That's all that's here. And it doesn't, that I can see, come with a help file, which is okay. I mean, it's using the sun and sky presets are pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's something that we should all kind of already know a lot about. You know, we played around with them when we first started with Daz Studio. So this is another grouping of presets. So let's try this one here. And I believe the reason why there's no, okay, this one is really nice. So these seem to be a little more sophisticated than the other ones. And so these are very nice, and it looks as though that Martin has spent many hours playing around with the sun and sky presets, okay? And they all have to be edited to fit your particular scene, okay? They're not just right out of the box exactly the way, now look at that. I mean, so at this point, I believe this is the one that I used for the preview of this video, of this, yeah, and now that's very interesting too. So, but then we get to this last part, okay, which is full of a ton of stuff, okay? These are kind of helpful, quick things, okay? This one turns the sun and sky off, so you can turn it off, and then suddenly you just don't have the sun, or you can turn it back on. This one turns the fog off, and it turns it back on, okay? Just kind of quick things. Okay, this one is a dome rotation, so you can move the dome around real quick. It's something you could go in and do anyway. But they're kind of quick and all. And when you're right here working with this, okay, so ground fog visibility. So we have the ground fog on, and we go the ground fog visibility matte fog on, okay, and then we go to this one was kind of one that I liked, was the sun disk intensity. And so if we bring the disk into the scene by rotating the scene, Which one did that? Okay, that I believe is the disk. We can make, okay, the intensity, 1, 2. Okay, this doesn't seem to be affecting that. The scale, sun disk scale. So that, again, it doesn't, maybe that's not the disk. It could be the other side of the disk. Where is the disk? Okay, all right, that looks like our sun disk, okay? But it doesn't seem, okay, Sun-Sky only on. Okay, so let's go back to, let's see, soft shadows. Okay, this would be the largest. This would be the smallest, and it doesn't, okay, that I think is our sun. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, it's getting bigger, and I'm not sure exactly, but I believe it is changing, but we have some kind of setting here. Intensity, we turn the intensity up. Okay, so we'll go back to parameters and see what we have here. Now, a lot of visibility tint. Look at a lot. This has a lot of settings in here that I don't believe are normally here in our Sun-Sky setup. Let's grab it, one of these that seem to... okay, we need one that's going to actually show the sun and sky. Show the sun here. These hat looks like it has hard shadows. Okay. Okay, we need to be able to see the sun. Okay, this one looks like it might have. Okay, these all seem to have a kind of. Let's turn the fog off first and start with the fog off. Okay, fog brightness. Okay, matte fog off. All right, and there's another one. Matte fog off, ground fog off. Okay, and physically scaled sun. Okay, so our sun, let's bring this up so we can actually look up. Okay, this looks like the sun. Okay. So at this point, I'm kind of a little bit sun disk intensity. Let's bring this down. And sun disk scale, we'll bring that down. Glow intensity. And sun node. Okay, cancel. Sun and sky only. Infinite sphere with ground. We go. Finite sphere. Okay, draw dome is on. Okay, we'll go infinite sphere with ground. Now, what I don't see is our sun, the actual sun. It looks just, there must be some kind of haze that I still have on here. Okay, physically scaled sun. All right, let's go. Draw ground is off. Okay, off. Okay, day is 2019. Let's see. Dome rotation. Okay, I'm not seeing. The ability to turn this down. If anybody can step in here. Okay, we have haze is at 26. Okay, we'll take the haze off. SS saturation, okay. Horizontal blur is off. Horizontal height. I'm still not seeing our sun. Okay, there's a way to reset this, okay? I kind of wish Martin had given us a reset parameter. Maybe there is, okay? But, so we go to environment again, and what we can do, I think here, is go environment options, visible, scalable viewport, okay, sun, sky, reset value. Okay, that wouldn't reset everything though. Okay, I think it did dome. Now we're dome and scene, but we go back to sun sky again, and we still have the same setup. Where would we go to defaults? Edit mode. Okay, undock. 0. Okay, limits, symmetry, okay. All right, what we'll do is we'll save this, and we'll go new, create, and we'll just start out with a plane in the scene, okay? So that we're at ground level. I think that's kind of optimum, but let's put a plane in the scene. And let's put a figure in the scene, just so we have some kind of scale. And we've been 36 minutes, so I don't think I'm going to be here much longer here. I just kind of wanted to show off this product, and I think it's a very good starting point to get you working with the sun and sky mode. I've always been an HDRI person, but I tend to now think that the sun and sky mode is actually, okay, I just put those on the wrong thing. Not sure why the plane was selected. Okay, close this. Let's put these on the figure. Let's give our figure a shape. And let's also give them some skin, a pose, and some hair. Okay. Okay, pose. And some skin. Okay. And we'll save this as sun sky. Okay, we'll give them the ash hair. Okay, and we'll go with this plane here. We'll find some rock. Okay, actually what we got to do is to surfaces, plane, presets. Okay, plane, yeah, that's selected. Presets, default, shaders, rock. And let's see what this does. Okay, I guess this works, but we'll make it a bigger parameter scale. And now we have the ground coming through, so we'll just bring the plane up a little bit. It's interfering with the ground. Okay, that kind of works. And do we have bump surfaces on the editor? What do we have? Okay, let's bring the normal map up. Okay, I guess that's, we have refraction, base roughness, base bump, okay, and the normal map's all the way up. So I guess that's enough here. So just to give us the idea of this. So now let's save this as Sun-Sky. All right. Now we can go into our environment map and switch to Sun-Sky and kind of start it out with tool settings. Let's see, that would be in parameters. Go here to Sun-Sky only. Draw a dome. And now where is our sun? Okay, I still don't see the sun. Now there might be a sun visible kind of thing. Visible sun or show sun. Physically scaled sun. It looks like it says it's on. All right, but I'm not. And now it could be the time of day. And it looks like the sun is coming from, okay, this angle. Okay. So it is certainly, let's go up high enough where we can kind of look up. And I don't see a physical sun there. Okay, so now let's try some of Martin's presets, okay? Let's come back down here. And we've done, okay, environment lighting blur. Let's just take a look at these physically scaled sun. I guess we have that turned on. Horizon height, okay, multiplier, ground color, and okay, we could turn the draw ground off. That's kind of weird because I'm still seeing a horizon. Okay, so we have a horizon layer, horizon height. Okay, we could bring that down below our land just to kind of make it look a little better. Now we can definitely tell which way the sun's coming from. It's definitely over here somewhere, but it just doesn't seem. When I go straight up and we come up here and look straight up in the sky, okay, I don't see a sun up here. It would appear as though that big blob of brightness is our sun. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. The sun has a beautiful reflectiveness on our ground. If this was water, it'd be very pretty. So let's see now. When we go back to Martin's, this would be atmosphere. Atmosphere. And we go to these render settings, okay? We want to play with this scale. Okay, sun intensity. And what if we bring this down to a low? Okay, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Ground fog visibility. So these have to do with the fog. Draw dome on and off. Okay, that's not it. Now, ground fog height. Above head height. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And ground fog up to the sky. And that's kind of interesting. Ground fog low to the ground. These are things you can go in and check. Ground fog visibility low, medium, high. Okay, and then we have dome rotation. So these don't seem, okay, this is the sun, and then there's sun disk 1. So this would appear as if it changes the sun disk. Okay, but I'm not seeing a physical sun disk here. It's as if something is obscuring it. And we go, sun-sky, what is this? Sun-sky only on. And that's, okay, that's what we had. That was without the ground. Okay, then we go to and if we come here with look at our figure up close. It is changing the shadows, okay? So these shadows, this is with the softest shadows, and you can see it has like an ambience, and this would be the hardest shadows. Okay, and that did give us kind of a line here. It's not much, but it did give us something from a go from a soft. I can see that. So the sun-sky visibility, I really haven't put enough. Yeah, I did a long time ago play with the sun and sky and all of this, but I haven't really put as much work into the sun-sky. But these, I find they're very, okay, sun-sky disk intensity. So this is 1, and this is high. Okay, so that's a very high intensity. Let's take our Genesis 9 figure, and because these little hatch here things, we'll go to parameters, and we'll bring up his SDS, what is it? Genesis 9 parameters, it would be this sub D level. We bring this up to, no, we don't need that to 5. We go 4. We'll bring this up to 4. And then we'll get rid of those. We don't need that up to 5, but are you going to come back? Yeah, okay. See how that smoothened that out? Don't know that we need it up to 5. Oh. Okay, and I wonder if 3 would work. And still leave us with, yeah, that's still pretty nice. So this gives us a very hard shadow here now, with the intensity up on the sun. And then if we go here with the soft shadow, and it is a softer shadow, it's not by much. This is the hardest shadow, and that's a pretty sharp shadow there. It's not that much of not an incredible amount of softness that it brings in. But what that does is it makes the sun larger. Now, is there a way to even make that bigger? I'm not sure. And then sun rotation, we can rotate the sun in a different angle. Okay, and this would be height, okay? So I'm wondering if, I'm just not sure why the sky is so blown out like that. Environment options. So this brings the height up, okay, in the air more. And it's obviously, again, coming from this angle. And this one looks like it's the highest height of the sun. Okay. There is the sun here. There's our figure. So the sun is coming from, well, it looks like it's coming straight on. But, okay, no, it's obvious. Yeah, it is, because there's our shadow here. And we should be able to see now with our shadow, that shadow getting softer. This would give us the softest shadow. And this one would give us the hot. Look at that. Look at the difference there. Okay, so that's really kind of perfect. So these are helpful to get things that you might not know how to set, to set them correctly. Now let's go back into parameters. And the horizon height, okay, we lowered that. Saturation. So let's take a look at this sky and see what happens when we mess with some of these things. Okay, the red, blue. Okay, that just changes the kind of tint. Okay, haze. That's changes that. Sun glow intensity. All right, that may have to, okay, and the disk scale, okay, this is 5. When you make it larger, okay, now the shadow is almost like completely dissipated because the sun is so large. And when you bring the disk scale down, that's when we get a very hard shadow. It's just a small sun. Now, okay, this is 6 p.m. It might be too late in the day. So what if we go to like, all right, this would be 11 a.m. All right, now look what we have. 6 p.m. Maybe the sun was down then, but we definitely have something weird here. Okay, so if we go to the sun intensity, we turn that, we just kind of and try to disk scale, glow intensity. Okay, disk scale. Okay, disk glow intensity. Disk scale, we bring this up. Okay, I'm not sure. I just, sun disk intensity, I just lost my sun. Maybe I moved it. No, the sun should be somewhere in here. So for a moment we had a sun. Okay, so now if we move this to like 10 a.m., it's going to definitely lower the... Now, this is day, so let's go 2024. Just change the year and see what happens. Okay, so the sun is in behind him now. And so it should be in the sky right about there. Perhaps it's visible in a different view. Well, let's go to our texture shaded view. Now, see this? That was a very good suggestion, but it looks as though sun and sky doesn't even work in texture shaded view, and I would have probably thought that it would, because it's just a bunch of kind of settings, you know? How about filament? We got to wait a moment, maybe? No, okay, see, so it is showing, the sun is showing in filament view, because that is definitely the sun, okay? And probably when we go here now to, that was a very good suggestion, Art. Okay, so now sun offset in hours. Okay, disk intensity. Okay, that's gonna sun disk scale. Okay, this doesn't seem to be changing. Glow intensity. So, all right, we'll set these back to something has changed them. Red tint, horizon. Cancel that, okay. And draw ground. Okay, these are all off. Okay, so we shouldn't have hazes and things physically scaled off. Environment blur. Okay, draw dome is on. Infinite sphere. Finite sphere. Okay, we draw the dome on. It does definitely show some kind of representation of the sun. This is, I can't believe how like really little I know about this. So it's probably something that I'm going to have to do more. But this is the whole sun. This is, since, you know, when you see the complexity of this, it's kind of nice to have, to be able to go into here and pick some settings, okay? To this, to just come in here with Martin's suggestions and say, okay, here's one, okay, and here's another, and learn from them and see what they have what they're changing, okay? This is really kind of, I kind of expected to see, you know, a sun there. And I know there's a way to do that because I've seen them before. And we go in here. Let's see, go back out of here. Okay, let's try this other product. Let's see, render settings. Okay, render. Okay, this appears infinite sphere. Okay, this appears this other product, real dynamic atmospheres. Environment intensity. Okay, now that, this could be something here in this. Okay, environment intensity, where we could go down to like 0.5. Or, okay, environment intensity. Light resolution, we could go to like 1. Okay, and we bring this environment intensity down. And now let's take this back to here. And we go to, it's 3 p.m. (11 p.m.) to 1, 12, 11. Okay, 10 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, this lighting resolution, environment intensity, let's go down to 0.01 and see just at a really low, there we go. There's our sun. Why it's like this, I'm not sure. Let's bring this up to like 5. Okay, so now we can see our sun. So what if we just bring this up to a reasonable amount, like 8? Okay, so this is there's our sun. So we can now, what we can do is change it to the lower time, like 9 o'clock, okay, or 8 o'clock. That's 8 a.m. on 2015. Grab your shades. Yeah, look at this. So look what we have here. So we've got, it was just the intensity of the scene was so high. And so now we have something we can actually kind of start to develop from. The environment tint, we could make it blue. And then we could bring this up, but let's go back to a kind of yellowish tint. Or let's just go back to white. To a white so that it's representative, okay, of the way it's supposed to look. Let's go to 9 o'clock. SS longitude, what's this? Okay, which now we can lighting blur. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll turn that off for now. Environment lighting resolution, let's go to 20. Okay, see, that doesn't seem, it seems to all be, let's set this back to its, okay, at 5. Okay, so we could go to 1. Or we could go 0.5. Okay, so that's where we get kind of bright. So we go to 0.3. All right, 0.2. So we get a nice, good defined sun. Now when we go here to some of Martin's sun things, we should be able to see the scale of the sun get bigger. Okay, this is 4. Okay, it probably is already there. Okay, and now we have a very small sun. That's what's going to give us a hard shadow. Okay, and this one will give us the softest shadow intensity. Okay, now look, that brought the intensity up, but it didn't kind of blow out the sky. So that's interesting. Now let's go to intensity 1, go to parameters, and let's go to the red-blue scale and bring that down, okay? And now we go back up here to intensity. Okay, environment intensity is still at 2.0. All right, so now we go here to the high intensity parameters. It's still at 2.0, so it's changing. Okay, sun disk intensity. Okay, here we go. We can bring this way up, okay? And still our sky remains not blown out like that. So this is kind of nice. I like this. This is really nice. So we've changed our camera view, and this is kind of interesting. And if we were to curve the land down a little bit, so now it's workable. Once you can actually see the sun, then if you want to, you could kind of blow it out a little bit. Go one like this, and or 10. Then if you blow it out like that, the environment intensity, then you would want to bring down the sun intensity here to like 1. And that still didn't really bring it down much. So this environment intensity is probably one of your most important settings here to get your scene under control. 0.5. And your sun intensity and your disk intensity is going to really have a lot to do. And you remember we were working on another scene which had an HDRI in it, and that scene you know what would be really nice is if you could use the sun and sky along with an HDRI. So you could just like superimpose this sun over the sun in your HDRI, and they would kind of just work together. You could take the back part of this and have it like a transparency so that you could literally shut it off but just leave the sun there. Now there's probably a way to just put a sphere in your scene, a physical sphere, and turn the sphere into an emissive, set it up in the sky somewhere, and resize it to what you want, and then kind of mess with this. And would it respond? How would it respond? So that's another kind of video we could do. So, all right, at this point, I believe we've kind of touched these products. I wanted to showcase them. So you have to buy volume 1 separately, and then you can buy volume 2 and 3 in a bundle. And I don't think I paid more than, $4 or $5 for, I think I paid about $6 for the bundle. And I think I paid probably about $3 for this atmosphere thing here. Now, there are a bunch of other atmosphere and sun and sky products in the Daz store. I like a lot of them. And every time I've bought them, I've always kicked myself and said, oh gosh, I thought these were HDRIs. But I'm starting to think that there's some real promise with using the sun and sky. I like this right here. And the fact that you can take this right here and you can say, all right, well, we go to the parameters and we just bring this down and we say the horizon height. Where is it? Horizon height. Okay, we can bring the horizon down. I don't know how that worked, okay, but because suddenly when I moved that down, all right, as we bring the horizon height down, then let's take our environment intensity down to another lower. So this is very interesting. 1, okay, oh, that's a lot. But let's bring it down now, the horizon height down some more. Where is it? Okay, I have the ground fog on. Let's turn that off. I'm not sure how that got turned on. Oh, and we also have draw ground. We turn that off. Matte fog off. Okay. We got something here. And then we, horizon height, we bring this down some more. Okay, I'm wondering if we bring up our okay, dome. Okay, what we do here, we bring this back up to like 5. And then what we do is we take the dome orientation. What would it be? Y? No, it would be X. No, Z. Undo that, Z. And we bring this down like that. Okay. We could bring this up a little bit more. Okay. And then this is where we could play around with some of the fog, the haze, turn the ground fog on, and that's kind of a lot, so we turn that off. Matte fog. What does that? Matte fog. So, yeah, I think we've got something here we can kind of play with. So, and we can take now our sun, the sun, the physically, okay, we have the physically scaled sun, disk scale. And that's what we can do here. Disk intensity. Glow. Disk scale and the environment intensity. Let's bring that up to 1 and see what happens. Yeah, so yeah, there's our art piece right there. I think that's it. So, all right, we'll save this. Sun sky. Let's render this. See what it looks like in a render. And, okay. There it is. Yeah, I think that's nice. So thank you, people, for watching, and I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. Together, when we work together, we can figure stuff out, you know, and we can progress our knowledge. Oh, thank you, Art. That's very nice. Thank you. I appreciate your... I'm going to go in here and we'll close this. We'll do one more thing here. To render settings, we'll turn this quality off. Let's see what our render is. Let's go to 2000. And progressive render. Okay, that's off. And we will do another render real quick. So yes, enjoy the rest of your evening, people, or your morning, whatever it is doing. And if you're watching this after the fact, thanks for coming in. Please try and join us on one of our live tutorials. I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. This is RexRed saying so long for now. And have a wonderful evening. Angus, Art, and all the other people who have made it into this tutorial. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, evening, morning, brunch, late afternoon, mid-afternoon, I don't know, early evening, outro. This is it. This is it. Take care. I will see you. Again, thank you very much. That's one of my songs, Art, just something that I made. Okay, have a lovely day. See you all soon, and